Last seminar, we went over double leg takedowns. Seminar before that went over single leg takedowns. We're going to round out this system today. We're going to look at a high crotch takedown system. In other words, is a single leg takedown applied with your head in the outside position. Let's quickly just kind of preview what this looks like in a wrestling context. So often from here, we get a tie up on our partner, and as we drive in on our partner, we're going to take our lead arm and we're going to punch elbow deep inside of our partner's hip. Now the idea here is with this nice high inside hand, as my partner goes to sprawl, we're going to get an opportunity to capture the leg, make a switch, and now we can run our partner down with a double leg. Now, that's a great takedown in a wrestling context, but in a submission wrestling context, it comes with some real liabilities. So the biggest liability here is my elbow position, okay? When I go elbow deep like this, my partner can pinch her two knees together and start capturing this. Now, this is going to present several problems for me. Let's go ahead and switch roles. As Savannah takes that classic high crotch shot, I can bring my two knees together, I can pivot around the corner, and from here, I can quickly enter a back crucifix situation. Now, from back crucifix, we can threaten strangles from behind. We can threaten strangles from in front. We can ditch this, move toward our partner's back. And we can always look to break our partner down and start entering rear triangles from here, okay? So these are some of the major liabilities of the position, and we're gonna see how we can make some modifications to make this an appropriate takedown for Jiu-Jitsu and submission wrestling. So first intervention we're gonna make here. We post, maybe my partner connects to me, we get to our inside tie, we post, and then I can look to harass my partner's head from here. Harassing the head is going to start attacking my partner's posture. My partner allows me to dominate the head, snap down, get to the chin, we can start entering front headlock. So very often from here, as you start harassing the head's going to come up, and now we've got a nice shot into our partner's legs. The first intervention we're going to make here is instead of going elbow deep, we're just going to go wrist deep so that we keep our elbow protected. Now our partner tries to trap us in this crucifix scenario, it's going to be much more difficult from here. We're still going to have the opportunity now to do a slight pivot, go outside elbow deep, keep our head nice and high, change off to that double, and run our partner down to the middle. Just like so, okay? So we look at that again. We can reach with that back hand, our partner connects, we get to our inside tie. We take a thumb post, we start harassing our partner's head. As we're harassing, we feel the head start to come up, we drive down to our front knee. But again, we're careful to keep that elbow protected. Now from here, we look to pivot around the corner a little bit, outside elbow deep. We make a pass off to our double leg. With our head nice and high, we come up to our feet. And we run our partner down. Now from here, we can think about taking near side underhook. So our partner goes to turn into us, shouldn't be able to do it. We can look for a second underhook, start sliding over, possibly even mounting. Because my partner can't turn into me with this near side underhook, my partner's only real recourse is to turn away, and if she goes to fight up to her knees, we capture that hip, force a chest to back connection. Now we can think about going back head and arm, breaking our partner down, moving toward our partner's back. So this is going to be our first finish on the feet, changing off to a double. Once again, connect with that back hand, get to our inside tie. We take a thumb post, we start harassing that head, and now from here, we drive down to that front knee. From here, slight pivot, outside elbow deep, we change off to our double, we run our partner down. From here, I can look to slip in this near side underhook. Partner goes to turn in, I keep my partner flat, look for a second underhook, we start advancing to mount. Partner tries to turn away to fight up to her knees, capture that hip, we force a chest to back connection. Now we can go back head and arm and start securing our partner's back. Now, very often from here, you get your connection, you enter in for the high crotch, and this time your partner does a good job thumb posting on your elbow. So now you go to change off that double leg, it's going to be difficult from here. As soon as we feel this, we just keep our hands locked, and we're going to drive up to the feet from here. I put some pressure into my partner. Now I'm going to switch directions. I'm going to back step, shoulder comes to the hip, and I look to run the pipe. Just like with our single leg system, we want to remain standing here, bring our partner to her back, and now a bunch of different finishes we can look for. The same finishes we spoke about before. We can go split squat. We can go toreando, or we can think about forcing half guard from here. So once again, we're up here on the feet. We get in. We feel that thumb post. So we just drive up from here. We switch directions. We back step. We look to extend the leg, and we put some pressure down on the hip. As we throw our partner to the mat, we end up here, split squat, toreando, half guard, etc. All right? So this is our first dilemma, playing a dilemma between switching off to the double or running the pipe, dumping our partner to the mat. We come out, thumb post, we connect. Second hand on, we're harassing the head. We get in wrist deep. From here, if I'm able to change off to that double leg, run my partner down, look to secure my near side underhook, or we can always go back to shelving, riding, all the options we spoke about at previous seminars. Or as we're in, I feel my partner thumb post. Now I'm just going to drive up to my feet from here, dump my partner to the mat, look for those finishes. All right, so this will be our first attack. Let's give it a shot. On 2, 1, 2. Moving right along. So we come out, we make that connection, get a hold of our partner, we enter in, and once again our partner thumb posts on that elbow. We're unable to change off to the double, so we drive up to our feet from here. Now we're just going to look at an essential dilemma game we play right from here between running the pipe, dumping our partner to the back, and chasing our partners back. Okay? Now from here, when you go to dump your partner to the back, it is exceedingly common if your partner attempts to keep their balance, that 2 things are going to happen. 1, arms tend to come away from the body a little bit, and 2, you tend to get a look at your partner's back. Okay? If your partner's back faces the floor, then she's going to go down, right? Your partner turns a little bit to turn their chest toward the floor a bit. Okay? Now they're probably not going to go down. But now you got a clear look at attacking the back from here. So right from here, we're just going to throw our ear to the back. We're going to go searching for that far hip, drive our partner forward, and we lock hands from behind. Now from here, we can move around the corner, start blocking our partner's knee, and dragging our partner's hands to the floor. Now we can advance back to this chest lock, cross step, step around the corner. We break our partner down to a hip and elbow. And just like we've spoken about in the past, we can now go back, head, and arm. We can start chasing the back from here. Or we can chase the wrist and attack from up on top. So once again, connect to our partner. We get in. We feel that elbow is blocked. So we drive up to our feet from here. We go to dump our partner to the mat. We feel her balance. We just use this to get behind. Now we block, force our partner into a 4-point, break our partner down to a hip. And now we can either go back, head, and arm, or we attack the wrist, look to break our partner down like so. Back to the beginning. We're here, we connect, we get to the head, we enter in. I feel that thumb post on the elbow, so I come up to my feet. If I can run the pipe and dump my partner to her back, fantastic. Now we're back here, split squat, toreando, or half guard. In an attempt to keep her balance, as I go to run the pipe here, I realize that my partner's back is exposed. We just get behind, drag our partner down, and now we're up here on top. All right, moving right along. So once again, we get to our tie-up. We're here, we enter in on that high crotch, and we feel our partner thumb posting on that elbow. We drive up to our feet, and from here, we're ready to go. Now, I've already seen from here, if I could run the pipe, take my partner down, excellent. If my partner balances, I can look for the back, I can keep attacking from here. Anytime we get to the leg, however, this is with high crotch or a single leg, one of the fundamental objectives is always, can I access the second leg? Okay, I have one leg controlled, always looking to get a hold of that second leg. Okay, so I'm always looking to go double first. This time I feel my partner thumb posting, unable to do that. So I go to run the pipe, but I feel my partner balancing. A great next attack we can do from here is instead of accessing the second leg with our arm, we're going to access it with our leg, and we're going to go into a trip series, okay? We're going to play a little dilemma game between outside trip and inside trip. So as soon as I'm here, when I go to attack with this trip, what I'm going to look to do is step outside of my partner's ankle, just apply some forward pressure in that direction. I break my partner down. Now I can look to control my partner's knees and either redirect the legs, or we can split the legs, go back into our previous finishes. All right? So this would be an outside trip. We connect, we're here. Go to change off the double, I feel that elbow post. Go to run the pipe, I feel my partner balancing. I just switch directions, I take a big step, and I run my partner down to the mat from here. Once again. Bring my partner down, looking to attack from here. Now, commonly what your partner is going to look to do, we're here, we go outside trip, your partner hops over your leg, okay? Now, outside trip is blocked, but now our foot is to the inside. From here, we're just going to step behind our partner's ankle and dump our partner to the mat with a nice inside trip. We're here. We go to dump. We go outside trip, our partner defends. Immediately we step to the inside, and now right back to all these same finishes. All right, let's look at this next reaction now. So this time, we get to our tie-up, harass the head, we're in on our shot. This time, we go to change off to that double leg, and instead of thumb posting, this time my partner underhooks this arm, okay? Now the risk is I go to come out to my double, my partner lifts that arm, and now I lose access to my double leg, and I'm getting a little bit taken out of position here. Okay, so it's another common reaction as well. As we enter in, we go to change off that double, partner digs in an underhook, okay? As soon as we feel this, I feel my partner pulling that arm up, I just allow it to take me right to my partner's head, okay? I'm gonna go back in that same direction like running the pipe and dumping my partner to the mat. I just keep a hold of my single leg grip here, I stay heavy on the head, and I just drive my partner's head right down into the mat. We end up in this familiar spot. We get back to any of those finishes we spoke about. So we're here, we get to that tie up, go to change off that double, we feel the underhook immediately. We just switch directions and we dump our partner to the mat, all right? Now, like most of our attacks, we're gonna attack side to side. So I'm here, I get in, I feel my partner dig that underhook, I go to dump my partner her back. This time she does a better job balancing and hopping alongside me. As we feel this, we're just gonna go outside elbow deep once again. We're gonna pop our hips in and we're gonna flare the opposite direction. Big lift, flare. We just drive our partner down to the mat from here. All right. So once again, come out, connect to our partner, we attack that head. We get in. We go to change off that double, feel the underhook. We go to dump our partner to the mat, she hops, and we get a nice big slam. All right. So once again, we connect, we get in. As we go to change off to double, we feel that happen. As soon as we feel this, we look to dump our partner to the mat. If we can dump, fantastic. Now we're up on top, ready to attack from here. As I switch off to my attack on the head, I feel my partner balance. We just get nice and deep. We pop those hips in. Big flare and a big slam. Let's talk about one of the most obvious problems associated with high crotch takedowns, and that's going to be the guillotine. Okay? Our head is in the outside, so our partner could obviously attack the guillotine. Now, before we dive into the technique, let's just understand when you're trying to wrestle, when you're trying to take somebody down, someone attacking you with a guillotine is a net positive outcome for your takedown attempts. Okay? If your partner is committed to a guillotine, they're not committed to defending your shot, this is usually going to result in a takedown. Obviously, you have to know how to navigate the guillotine once you get that takedown if you are stuck in that position. But long term, you really should invite guillotine attacks because they tend to result in successful takedowns. Okay? With that said, let's see how we can navigate this guillotine situation. We're going to focus on 3 ways we can get around it. Identifying that 3 previous techniques we've already looked at already have guillotine defense built right into them.
earliest response here. As soon as I feel my partner start to get a grip on my head or around my neck, the first thing I look to do is take my head above my partner's shoulder, okay? You see this puts immediate tension on my partner's shoulder. So I feel my partner go guillotine. I know my partner's secondary action is going to be to close her elbow and start cranking me down like so. So as I enter into this spot, initially I'm keeping my head high. And if I feel my partner go to attack with that guillotine, head is coming back just like so. That tension is going to force your partner to release the guillotine. Okay? They might hold on for a minute, but once we come here, we're once again able to start getting behind our partner. And now we're just back to this prior scenario. I can start breaking my partner down into 4-point, dragging her down, and either exposing the back or attacking the wrist, breaking our partner down further from here. As we get in here, we're going to go into our first option, which is essentially a duck under. Okay? So I'm here like this. I feel that attack. Immediately, I bring my head high and back, and I put some weight on the shoulder. I go searching for the far hip, and I move around the corner. Now we're going to block that knee, drag our partner down, and now we're back on top. So first response is going to be a duck under, provided we're able to keep that head high and back, put some pressure on our partner's shoulder. Option number 2. I get in from here, I feel that guillotine. If my partner is guillotining me, no reason I can't change off to my double leg, right? So as I get to my double leg now, let's just make sure we don't leave this leg stuck between our legs. So as we put some pressure, we're going to flare the leg outside of our hip, and now we can run our partner down like so. Even if your partner hangs on to this guillotine, we're just going to simply look to put in a cross face, drop our shoulder, find our partner's wrist, and look to pummel our head free. Once we've done that, we can think about punching in an underhook, driving those knees away from us, and securing a pin on top. So once again, we're here. We feel that guillotine come in, no problem. Just change off to that double. We run our partner down. From here, we'll throw in that deep cross face, apply some pressure. We pummel out, underhook comes in, and we get a nice finish on top. Finally, from here, I feel that guillotine come in. For whatever reason, switching off to the double doesn't feel right. I'm going to go right back to running the pipe. Just like we talked about previously, we want to make sure that our partner falls before we do. We don't follow our partner to the ground. That's going to give us an opportunity, as our partner's weight is falling, to slip our head to the inside. And now we're back to this familiar spot. We can look to cover on top. So that one once again, we're here, we get in. This time changing off to double just doesn't feel right for whatever reason, so we go to run the pipe. As we feel our partner falling, my head's going to look to pummel to the inside. I aggressively dump my partner to the mat. Head slips right out from here. Okay? So 3 great solutions to the guillotine, all options we've looked at already. Option number 1, as we get in, we feel that attack, bring our head high, we just duck behind. Now we can block, drag our partner down, and come out on top. Option 2, we feel that guillotine come in, change off to that double, run our partner down to the bar. Even as our partner commits, we throw in that cross face, apply some pressure, look to pummel our head free, punch in our underhook. Finally, changing off to the double feels risky for whatever reason. As our partner attempts to hang on, we just dump our partner to the mat, slip that head out, and now ready to attack on top. All right, we're going to move on to our next scenario here. Another common counter to a high crotch in a jiu-jitsu context. I'm in here. This time, my partner's going to lock up a Kimura on me. All right? So I've got my high crotch, great, but my partner has a Kimura attack here. Okay? Main threats here, either your partner could potentially separate your hands and put the hand behind the back, or your partner can sit and throw you with sumigeshi. Okay, so those are going to be the 2 main threats, sumigeshi probably being the more common. Okay? So we're here. We post, we get in. Once again, we feel our partner lock up that Kimura. Now, great thing about high crotch versus Kimura as opposed to single leg versus Kimura is my head is free. Okay, if my head were to the inside, it'd be wedged under my partner's chest. I'd be in a little bit more of a little more difficult time getting out from here. Because my head is free, my hand is free, I can just chase the hip again, move behind my partner, and as my partner keeps Kimura, I'm just gonna find my own wrist, okay, just like so. So I'm here, in on my high crotch. I feel my partner lock up Kimura, ear to back. I find the hip, and as I move around the corner, I'm gonna take my free hand and I grab my own wrist. So my partner tries to separate my hands now, and this should be difficult. Now, what we're gonna work with here is my partner's exposed right elbow, okay? Now, from here, maybe I put a little weight down on the shoulder. If I can take my knee to my partner's elbow here, I'm just gonna slip my elbow free. As soon as my elbow is free, I block that knee, drag my partner down, right back to this familiar spot. So we're here, we get in, we feel our partner go Kimura. As soon as we feel that, we find the hip, we get behind, we grab our own wrist. From here, I look at that elbow. If I can take my knee up and over, I slip my own elbow free. Now I drag my partner down, and now right back to all these attacks from here. Now sometimes when you do this, partner goes Kimura, you move behind, you go to find that elbow, and it can be a little difficult from here sometimes, especially your partner brings that elbow any higher. You know, this can be a little difficult to access. Anytime I feel this, I go back to blocking the knee. This time I'm gonna pop my hips in, I'm gonna do a big lift. Break my partner down from here. In some cases, your partner will release the Kimura altogether. Awesome. Very often, your partner will keep the connection with one hand, post the free hand on the floor, and then return to Kimura, okay? However, now we have a more manageable situation. We'll once again take our knee up, we'll slip that out, once again bring our knee in front of our partner's knee. This time, no reason we can't switch to back head and arm and start moving toward our partner's back. So we're here, we go to get in, we feel that Kimura. Find the hip, move behind, grab our own wrist. I step around the corner, I pop my hips in, big lift, and I take my partner over. As my partner recommits to Kimura, I just step my knee up. Frankly, it could be either knee. I find my partner's elbow, and I perform a technique called an elbow slip, okay? Now, this is a great lesson in escaping joint locks in general, is just identifying which joint is under attack, and then finding a way to slip that joint past your partner's fulcrum. Now that that joint is free, I could start advancing position. We can go back head and arm if we want, and now we can think about moving toward our partner's back. All right? So two closely related options to deal with Kimura. We get in, we feel that Kimura. From here, I find the hip, move behind, and I find my own wrist. If from this spot, I can expose my partner's elbow, slip my elbow free, great. Now we can block, drag our partner down, cover on top. If instead, as we get in, our partner goes Kimura, we move behind, and it feels difficult to access the elbow from here, take our partner to the mat first. Now, we slip free, and we can think about advancing our attack. The next response now, we're gonna deal with our partner's sprawl, okay? So we're here, we connect, we get in. This time, as we start to get in, we feel our partner try to gain an angle on us and start staying heavy, moving into a sprawl from here. Now, if my partner can sprawl heavy, go ahead. Now my partner could extend me. I may lose my grip. Now my partner's hitting a go behind. And now, you know, we're quickly getting out of position here. So we're here, we enter in, partner gives us a good sprawl. As soon as we feel that, initially we just want to resist this, okay? So I'm trying to stay strong here. Now, the main battle that's taking place is I want my knee and my hips underneath me as much as possible. Savannah wants the opposite. She wants to extend me, okay? Now my shoulders come in front of my hips. So this is the main battle, recovering our hips underneath us, whereas our partner's main battle is trying to extend us, okay? So this first option we're gonna look at here is we're just gonna correct our position with a quick knee slide, and we're gonna hit a cut back. We'll change back off to that double, okay? So the essential movement here, inside knee down, outside knee up, partner goes to sprawl, I resist. From here, my trail leg steps and my knee slides, just like so, correcting my position. Partner gives me a good sprawl, and I'm getting my hips back underneath each time, okay? Now, partner gives a good sprawl, we step, we slide, and as we start to cut back from here, we're gonna get a great opportunity to change off to our double. And now we'll often just finish on the knees. Okay, so very similar cutback like we looked at the double leg seminar. Our partner is sprawling, putting some weight on us. We're turning, we're getting out of our partner's way. Okay? So we're here, we attack with field sprawl, sliding in, and now we're right back to all these finishes we spoke about at the double leg seminar. Moving on from here, we take that shot, and once again our partner sprawls. Okay? Now, we talked earlier about the idea that when we first started attacking with high crotch, for a submission context, jiu-jitsu context, first intervention we made is we don't want to go too high in the hip. We don't want to commit that elbow because we know now that elbow can be under attack. Okay? We're going to look at the second intervention now, and this one is equally important, I would say, is whenever we attack with a high crotch, one situation we're going to try to avoid at all costs is a situation where our partner sprawls, flattens us out, and we're down on 2 knees, committed to the leg with our head to the outside. Okay? This is a pretty high risk position for jiu-jitsu. Okay? So this is one situation I'm looking to avoid, and we're going to see how we can deal with this now. So I'm here, I feel my partner sprawl. This time I realize I'm getting extended. Okay? Now, dangers of this position. One, again, there's a lot of neck exposure. Your partner can go into guillotines, and now we're down on 2 knees. It's going to be harder for us to defend from here. 2, because I'm extended, even though I didn't commit my elbow deep, my partner can step behind my elbow now and start once again moving toward crucifix options from here. 3, because I'm so extended, it's exceedingly easy for me to lose the connection to the leg altogether. Now my partner kicks that leg out, and because I started by punching a hand in the middle, my partner's already basically halfway to my back. So my partner cuts an angle on me now and is already moving behind me. All right, so whenever I attack with high crotch, I don't like to hang out on 2 knees with my head to the outside, particularly if my partner is still on 2 knees. Okay? So we're here, we attack, our partner goes to sprawl. We realize we're getting extended. As soon as we realize we're getting extended, we're just going to proactively release the leg, and we're going to look to switch off to our single leg attack. A much safer system to use on the ground. As I get to my partner's second leg here, if we can go elbow deep, now we know we can tripod up, we get backside on our partner, and go into all these attacks we've looked at previously. Let's go back to that spot. If I'm able to switch off and my partner sprawls, I can capture that shin. I can look to slide and get behind. My partner circles with me. We know we can bring the head across, get back to our cutback. All these options we've spoken about in the past. Okay? So we're here. Partner sprawls. We're just going to release, and we look to change off to our single. And from single, we know now our partner sprawls from here. This is the spot where, you know, we can, even if we need to, capture half guard from here and get back to our wrestling, so on and so forth. Okay, so I don't like to hang on to the leg when I start losing high crotch scenario. I always switch back to single leg system. Okay, now we're back here. Partner gives us a good sprawl. We go to change off to single. Single leg isn't there this time. And I feel my partner convert to a front headlock. All right, much safer position than if I were to hang on to the high crotch. Even though I've lost my grips now, we're right back into this scenario we've looked at in the past. We can start to build height, step this outside leg up, and get a hold of our partner's hip. From here we can find that elbow, above the elbow, really grabbing around the tricep. Want to pull that in. Now we can circle our head in, elbow pass, we get back up to our feet from here. Once more. Partner sprawls, we lose it, switch off to that single, we get to a finish. Option 2, partner sprawls, single isn't there, let's build some height, and we'll get back to wrestling. All right, so we're gonna get into some riskier scenarios now. We're gonna talk about one of the more dangerous of the ones we're gonna look at, and this is gonna be what's known as a crackdown situation, okay? So this time, we post, we get in, and the situation could be that as I get in, my partner gives me that sprawl again, and I realize it's going to be hard to change off to that double, and I'm going to take advantage of the fact that my partner has created an angle, taking this angle away, but what that's going to open up is my ability to switch directions here, put my partner my partner's hip down to the mat from here. Okay.
Now, alternatively, my partner could initiate this situation. So this is a common counter to a high crotch, where as you get in from here, your partner is going to take a reverse tight waist on you. Yep. And they're going to expose a grip on your hamstring. Now, as I'm thinking about coming up to my feet or changing off, my partner pulls me past her and now drags me down like so. Okay? Now, let's talk about the essential battle from this spot. And the essential battle is going to be between my shoulder and my partner's hip. Okay? If I can keep my shoulder in front of my partner's hip, when my partner goes to scoop behind me now, which is her main objective, it's going to be very difficult. Okay? If instead my partner can push my shoulder past her hip, now my partner can advance to a chest lock, a crotch lock, all sorts of ways my partner can heist up and take the back from here, etc. Okay? So let's say Savannah takes a shot on me, in on the high crotch, reverse tight waist, find that hamstring, and I start to sit the corner from here. Okay? From here I can capture my partner's ankle, I can heist into back exposure. If my partner takes that ankle away from me, yep, moves to her left, we can heist back into this crucifix from here. From here, we can lock a chest lock. We could advance to a crotch lock, expose the ankle, pull our partner's hips over, and from here, all sorts of ways you could start advancing toward your partner's back. Okay, so it's a risky spot for us down in this crackdown situation. So if we go back to, you can go back to like a sprawl position. Partner gives me a good sprawl, good, crackdown, and now we're down here on the ground. Remember, we want that shoulder nice and low in front of the hip. So I feel my partner go to sit the corner from here. I can be dropping this shoulder, making it difficult for my partner to scoop behind, okay? Often you'll see I'll even have to come to this hip. Now, crackdown situation carries a lot of risk in Jiu-Jitsu. And some of the main options, go-to options in a wrestling context are basically going to condemn you to some of these risks. So the most common option in wrestling is your partner goes to heist up, we access our partner's ankle, and we shelf the leg. Now your partner goes to heist up, you have a really difficult time. However, we have a one in, one out situation. So my partner shoots to a triangle from here, and now, we're in some big trouble, okay? So this shelf option is out. We go back to that same spot, back to a sprawl. We crack our partner down, and maybe this time my leg is on the outside. Okay, so maybe my partner goes chest lock or something like this, like a reverse tight waist. Yep. If I could run my partner's knees away from me, cover the hips, change off my double, yeah, potentially I can get away with an outside shelf. But if we go back to that same spot, and my partner switches to a guillotine and inverts her knee from here, now it's going to be hard to make those options work. Okay, and now we're probably going to have to roll out from here or do something else. And not only are we caught in a guillotine, but our primary defensive hand is caught. Really could be a mess here in this crackdown situation. So let's talk about some do's and don'ts, and we'll understand how to operate from here. Three main options we're going to look at whenever we find ourselves in a crackdown situation. Option number one, we want to change off to a double. Okay? So I'm down here, crackdown, partner goes to sit the corner. If I need to, I get low and I come back here. My main goal in this position is going to be to switch arms, change off to that double. Once I've changed off to my double, I can look to hop across, run my partner down, and now we're back here completing our takedown. All right, so let's look at that. Up here on the feet, partner goes sprawl, we go crackdown, and we're here. Immediately, we change off to that double, and now we run our partner down from here. Once again. And now we complete it like so, okay? Now that's all well and good, but your partner knows this. So often, your partner's gonna go back to that thumb post, okay? Now I go to change off to that double leg, it's difficult. My partner may also elect to switch to a chest lock here, and now close her knee around my elbow, and now from here too, it's gonna be difficult to access that double leg. Whenever we see this, we're just gonna post our outside arm up. Inside hand is gonna keep my partner's legs relatively close together. I'm just gonna chase the other side and hop across. Now, as I land here, I feel my partner pinch her two knees together. I'm just gonna take my outside hand, I'm gonna post right on my partner's knee and slip my elbow out from here. I change off to that double, I can shelf the legs, and I come back on top. Back here, crack down, and I feel my partner maybe go to that chest lock. I realize my elbow is caught. As soon as I realize the elbow is caught, I don't want to stay here. Remember, your partner can hook your leg from here. Now she starts moving behind you, and now we may not be able to correct for this. So before that's able to happen, I just grab a hold of the leg, I hop across. Now from here, I'm just going to post on that knee, slip my elbow out, and now we come back here on top. Our third path, we can't change off to the double, we can't hop across. We're gonna look to head pummel, bring our head to the other side. So we're here, we go to get in, and maybe this time my partner sits the corner. Okay, so she goes, you can go reverse tight waist again, yep, sits, boom. And we go back down here like so, all right? I go to change off to that double, but I realize I'm blocked here, either with a thumb post or with that knee. Either case, I can't change off here. Maybe I go to hop across and maybe I feel that left knee high. Whatever the case, I just feel like this is gonna be difficult, okay? Now, from here, what I'm gonna think about doing is instead of advancing forward, I'm gonna think about moving backward. So I'm here, I go to change off, go to hop across, I start bringing myself backward. Now, my head just looks to switch the other side. We can go body lock, all sorts of ways we can finish here, okay? Alternatively, as I swim my head to the other side, I can change back off to my double, we can shelf on the opposite side. So once again, we're here, okay? Partner sits the corner, okay? Or I crack my partner down. Either case, we end up here in this spot, all right? From here, we were having trouble switching off to the double, having trouble switching across, so we're just gonna back out, look to bring our head at least to the center, and if we can bring it across, even better. So 3 great options from this crackdown situation. First one, our classic, we get in, our partner goes to sprawl. As our partner goes to sprawl, we sit our partner down, we get inside, immediately we change off that double, we hop across, and we shelf those legs. Option 2, as we get in, our partner goes to sprawl, we crack our partner down. This time we feel our partner posting on that elbow, or even wrapping a chest lock, blocking with the knee. From here, we just post, drive across, we find the top knee, free our elbow, we come up and shelf. Finally, third option, partner goes to sprawl, we crack our partner down, I go to change off to double, blocked. Go to hop across, it doesn't feel like it's there, I look to back out, and now get a finish from here. All right, let's look now at navigating one of our least desirable outcomes, back crucifix. Okay, so this time, like we previewed at the top of the seminar, as I come in, maybe I made the mistake of committing that elbow, my partner back steps around the corner, and now exposes me to back crucifix. Okay, let's change the angle a little bit. This will work from right around here. Now, we're gonna cover a few different grip scenarios. Grip scenario 1, we're gonna say my partner is holding my hand and now my partner has a free hand to try to strangle me with. Okay, so this is scenario 1. Scenario 2, my partner locks hands together and just locks a back, head, and arm from here. Just like so, okay? And then third scenario we're looking at, my partner switches to a Kimura grip, playing from here, okay? So first thing we wanna think about from here, let's assuming my partner's controlling my hand, is once I realize I'm in this crucifix situation, I want to go back to a crackdown, okay? So right from here, I'm just going to capture my partner's knee, I put some pressure down, and I'm back to this crackdown scenario from here, all right? Not allowing my partner to keep height, I'm at least bringing those hips to the mat. Now, on this first one from here, if I can look to, again, back my head out, take my head across to the other side, and we can come up on top. Now that we're on top, we can remove that arm, we come up and cover. Again, I grab that knee, I start to break my partner down, head comes across, now I can shelf, and now it'll be difficult for my partner to hang on from here. This time, we're in from here. Partner puts us in a back crucifix. This time, my partner locks hands together in a back head and arm. Now, from here, we're gonna do the exact same thing, except we have the ability to capture our partner's tricep now. So now we can take our partner's shoulder all the way to the floor. Our partner tries to build up from here, it's gonna be difficult. Now we're keeping this, head comes across, shelf, and we get a finish up on top. We're here, we shoot in, partner goes crucifix, locks hands together. Capture, we come up on top, okay? And then lastly, our third scenario for today. This time we're back in the crucifix and my partner locks up a Kimura grip. Now, there is a possibility from here, you might be able to access your partner's grip, strip the grip, free your arm, that would be great, okay? Assuming we can't untie the Kimura from here, we're gonna go back to the knee and we're gonna put our partner's hip down on the floor again, okay? Now, because my partner has a Kimura this time, there's a risk my partner could take my hand behind my back, start taking me out of position. So before that happens, I'm just gonna grab inside of my own hip and I come here, okay? So your partner tries to put the hand behind the back, it's gonna be difficult. We don't wanna stay here though, because my partner can heist up and then return to this earlier scenario. So as soon as we hide that hand,
It's gonna come out and we're right back here. Often from here, you'll be able to just extend that arm, punch in a cross face, and just deal with Kimura grip here. But there are always going to be those people, you go to do that, and you just feel like they're too strong from here, okay? If that's the case, we're just going to look to bring our knee inside, shin pin, now we go cross face, we can navigate out from here.
all right, so let's look at that again from a different angle. We just bring our partner's hip to the floor, we hide our hand,
Head comes out. Now we look to take our hand inside, strip this off, and then it comes on top. If, however, my partner keeps a hold of Kimura and I feel I can't strip this, I can take advantage of the fact that my partner has no control over my legs with her legs. So right from this spot, I'm just going to take my trapped arm, I'm just going to post, and I'll look to step over my partner's head. Now from here I can just sit, and I move into a Jiu-Jitsu scenario. As my partner keeps her Kimura grip, I'll use this as an opportunity to free my leg. Now we can lock up, separate those hands, and we can go into a nice Jiu-Jitsu finish from here. Once again, partner goes Kimura, break my partner down, I hide the hand, Head comes out. I feel it's going to be difficult to separate from here.
so we post, we step over, and we sit. We use this as an opportunity to advance our lower body, and we cross ankles, separate those hands, and we go into a nice Jiu-Jitsu finish from here. And then lastly, we go back to that Kimura situation. When you go to take your partner's hip to the floor, if your partner ever unlocks hands here to post, we're just gonna snatch up that wrist, drive our partner down, head comes out from here, and now we come up on top. So 3 crucifix situations that we'll try to navigate. First one from here, as my partner enters into back crucifix, my partner captures my hand and has a free grip to work, a free hand to work with. As my partner looks to strangle, I want to make sure I'm tucking, and now I start driving my partner's hip to the floor. Okay? From here, if I can immediately take my head across, drive the knees away, now we can look to cover on top. As my partner goes crucifix, if she instead locks hands on a back, head, and arm, now we can attack our partner's tricep. We drag the shoulder to the floor, head comes out, we finish up on top. Finally, as our partner puts us back in that scenario, this time my partner goes into a Kimura. From here, if I could ever strip this grip, great. Otherwise, we'll come here, we'll hide the hand,
Take our head on top.
as we go back to that Kimura situation. If my partner posts a hand as we go to off balance, then we'll capture the wrist, drive our partner over, head comes out, and we finish up on top. Of course, it wouldn't be a modern martial arts and fitness seminar if we didn't have some way to enter our partner's legs, right? So let's look at some leg lock attacks. So this time from here, we post, we get our tie up, playing from here. We're gonna use this same high crotch setup where we go wrist deep, but this time we're not gonna commit down to our front knee. Instead, we're actually gonna commit down to our back hip. So I'm here, I post, I get my tie up playing from here, I hit my reach. I hit my reach. This time as I get to my reach, I'm just gonna slide in, left hip to the floor, and I immediately entangle my partner's legs. From here, I'm immediately gonna reap across, expose my partner's heel, put some heat on. This forces my partner into a defensive roll and allows me to advance position to this outside Ashi Garami. Now we're here locked up, we bridge, we get a nice finish with outside heel hook. So I'm here, I could get all the way to my tie up, or I might just come right here. Maybe I reach, I get to my inside grip. From here, I'm gonna pull my hips in, and I'm eventually gonna sit down to my left hip and throw in this butterfly hook. That allows me to immediately reap across, start exposing my partner's heel. As my partner goes into a defensive roll from here, locking up, I pummel to the outside, and now I'm here with this outside heel hook. As always from here, we're looking to bring our hands high to our head, we're looking to put some rotational pressure on, and then finally we bridge through the inside of the knee. We get the submission with the outside heel hook. Just like so. Now, we have another great way to enter the legs from here, this time a little bit different. This time as we get our grip, instead of exposing our rear hip to the mat, we're gonna look to expose our near shoulder to the mat, and we're gonna bring our head through the legs, we're gonna attack from backside. So I'm here, I get my connection. As I go to my inside reach, I'm gonna fall down to my back, other hand splits the legs, we pummel through, and we end up here backside 50-50. From backside 50-50, we've got a nice exposed heel. We can look to lock up, bring our chest down, work toward a finish. My partner goes to back step from here. I'll either just maintain this position and finish here, or we can turn to face, invert the knee. We can advance to outside triangles, inside triangles, etc. Once again, make our connection. As we get this inside knee pull, bring our head through, immediately end up here. From here, we're able to lock up, go chest down, we get to a finish. Partner back steps, we keep that tension on, we finish from here. Alternatively, we'll square up, outside Senkaku, inside Senkaku, or somewhere in between. All right, so two great ways to enter the legs from here off of that same high crotch grip. First one, Ashi slide. We come out, we make a connection. Maybe with a little more distance, we just connect from here and we make an inside reach. As we get to that inside reach, throw our hips underneath, put some heat on. We'll get to a nice outside heel hook finish from outside Ashi Garami. Alternatively, as we make this connection, we get to our inside reach, we're just gonna fall down to our near side shoulder, bring the head between, and end up here, backside 50-50. We're from here, put some pressure down, or our partner back steps, and we can just finish right here. A couple more. Just like so. Let's do a recap. We've been through a lot of material. Let's do a quick review here. So we started with this idea that high crotch takedown, while it does carry some risk, can definitely be applied to jiu-jitsu, provided we make a couple interventions. That first intervention we made is as we get our connection to our partner, instead of committing that elbow real deep with a high hand, as is typically the case in wrestling, we're gonna settle for wrist deep here so we can better protect that elbow. This is gonna just as easily allow us now, maybe our partner goes into a bit of a sprawl, we're already pivoting, changing off to that double leg.
Now we can run our partner down and we can come up on top for a nice finish. As we get in here, I feel my partner post on my elbow. Now I come up to the feet with locked hands. I'm going to switch directions, look to run the pipe, and I'll dump my partner to the mat from here. And now we're back to these familiar finishes, getting a nice cover on top. As we find ourselves unable to change off to that double, we come up to our feet, we look to dump. We see our partner does a better job of correcting and staying upright. This is often going to allow us to connect our ear to our partner's back, chase the far hip, start moving behind. Now from here we can move around the corner, drag our partner's hands down to the mat, start breaking our partner down to a hip, and attacking from here. As we get in, partner thumb pose, we have trouble dumping, we can also go into our trip series. So as the run the pipe fails, we just step to the outside past our partner's foot. We get a nice knockdown with an outside trip, breaking our partner down to the mat. As we threaten this outside trip, if our partner corrects by hopping over, we'll just step to the inside and we'll get a nice finish from the inside. We saw as we start entering with high crotch, one of the primary counters here is my partner can think about attacking with a guillotine. As I feel this guillotine coming in, first response from here, I think about bringing my head high, we can duck behind, and now we once again get behind our partner. From here we can drag our partner down and get back to all these same options. As our partner attacks with guillotine, maybe we're a little slower here, so instead of bringing the head high, we can look to move our partner a bit, throw the leg outside of our hip, change off to our double, run our partner down from here. Even as our partner commits to the guillotine, we can throw in that cross face, put some pressure, peel the wrist, punch in our underhook, get a nice finish on top. These options aren't there. We can always go back to that dump. Let's just make sure that we create distance between us and our partner by remaining standing as our partner's hips hit the floor. As long as those hips are falling down independent of ours, we're going to get the opportunity to slip our head to the inside and finish just like so. Now, as I look to change off to my double, very often your partner's going to punch in an underhook. Once we feel this, we know it can go attack our partner's head. We run back to the left as if we're going to dump our partner with a run the pipe, just this time it's with the head. Whip that head to the floor, we come out on top. As we feel this, we go to dump our partner, partner corrects, outside elbow deep, we're alongside our partner, big hip in and lift, we flare, we get a great finish down here on the mat. As we come up to our feet, partner also has the ability to lock up Kimura. As I feel my partner commit to Kimura, I once again get behind my partner and I grab my own wrist. From this situation, if I'm able to expose the elbow with my knee, I'll slip my elbow free and I'll once again drag my partner down from here. As we return to that Kimura option, if you're finding it difficult to expose the elbow from this spot, we'll block the knee, hip in and lift. And now we'll deal with this situation down on the ground. From here it's a little easier to slip out, and now we can think about chasing the back from here. Now, as we get in our partner's hips, of course your partner can sprawl. As we feel that sprawl, we're going to look to correct our position, get our hips underneath us. So we step, we knee slide, and we pivot. The more weight our partner commits to us, the easier it's going to be. Tilt our partner over, change off to that double, and get a nice finish. As we go back to that sprawl, if I lose the leg because my partner extends me, I'm always looking to switch off to my single leg system. Where from here, if I could punch that elbow behind, we can think about going backside. My partner goes to sprawl, I can capture the shin. Also think about
going backside. My partner circles with me to take that option away. I bring my head across. We can get back to our cut back, etc. My partner sprawls once again. I lose the leg, and this time I'm unable to switch off to the single. My partner converts to front head. No reason to hang out down here. Let's get some height and some distance control. Now we can step a leg up, find our partner's elbow, circle the head back to the inside, and elbow pass from here. All right. Now we get to that same spot. Partner sprawls. This time we go to this crackdown scenario. Let's remember, crackdown, we said, one of the riskier scenarios of this entire system. It's generally not something I look to do against high-level people, but we need to know how to navigate this because your partner could put you here as well, okay? And depending on the context, there are times you're going to use that crackdown where it becomes very important to get your partner's hips down to the mat no matter what, okay? From this crackdown, we understand now that the main battle is between my inside shoulder and my partner's hip. If my partner can pass my shoulder beyond her hip, she can expose my back from here in advanced position. If instead I keep that shoulder in front of the hip, I can make that option difficult. This is what's going to allow me now to switch back to my double, hop across, and shelf from here. I can't switch to my double for one reason or another. Maybe my partner closes that knee. I'm unable to free the elbow from this position. We can just post up. We'll hop across first. Now we post, slip. We'll change off from here. Finally, that option is going to be difficult as well. We look at backing out, trying to switch our head position. Now it's become a lot easier. Make that change off, and we can get back to a finish from here. As we attack, very similar option. Maybe this time we made the mistake of committing this elbow, so our partner back steps, exposes us to back crucifix. We saw a whole variety of scenarios from here, beginning with your partner controlling the hand, back, head, and arm, or even Kimura. What remained consistent among these options is we want to get our partner's hips to the floor and get our head back up. If we can do that, good chance we'll be able to remove this arm and finish up on top like so. And then finally, we've seen that we can use a high crotch grip, in other words an inside knee pull, to enter our partner's legs. First with this Ashi slide, where we give a nice pull, we pull ourselves in, we slide down to a hip, and we punch in a butterfly hook on the far leg. So we're here, slide in, we find that butterfly. Now we reap across, we expose our partner's heel, and now we can look to work toward a finish. And then finally, a little bit fancier of an option, we get back to that same grip. This time we commit down to our inside shoulder. So as we're here, we make that grip, commit down to our shoulder, second hand punches through, continue our rotation, and we end up here with an exposed heel.